Honor. This is Laura Arroyo, State Certified Interpreter. Were you previously sworn?
Good morning. He's connected to the headset. Can you please connect and see if he can hear you?
Yes, Your Honor.
Please tell me your name.
Luis Hernandez. Luis Hernandez.
Luis Hernandez.
This is case number 21MM1798AO. You're here charged with battery domestic violence. Please look at me and not at anyone standing in the box. Let me ask, ma'am, do you wish to testify this morning?
Yes.
And do you need an interpreter?
I could try it in English.
Would it
It's not
assist you if
perfect. My pronunciation is not gonna be perfect, but I could do it in English.
Oh, you sound wonderful to me. All right, please raise your right hand to be sworn.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
State you may inquire.
Good morning, ma'am. Can you please state your name for the record?
My name is Taira Estremera.
And can you spell your last name, please?
Estremera.
Okay. And what is your relationship to Mr. Hernandez?
It's my boyfriend.
And how long have you known him?
We've been together for a year and 5 months.
Okay. And are you afraid of him?
Uh-uh.
Did drugs or alcohol?
Sorry, the interpreter did not catch the response.
I didn't either.
No, I'm not afraid.
Thank you.
Did drugs or alcohol play a part in this altercation?
Sorry, what was that?
Were drugs or alcohol involved in this altercation?
No.
And has anything like this ever happened before?
No, just bellword things. Yeah, like you say, I say, he say, I say. That's it.
And if anything like this were to ever occur in the future, would you be willing to call 911?
Yes. If something really happened, I call 911. But in this case, I don't call no one because I don't see the point of it.
And if he were to get out of jail, would you want to have contact with him?
Yes, I need her at home with our kids and at the house.
That's all I have, Your Honor.
Does the defense wish to inquire?
No, Your Honor.
Sorry, I'm also appointing the public defender's office. All right, sir, in this case, your bond will be $500. At this time, I'm going to order that you're not allowed to have any contact with the victim and that you're not allowed to return to the residence. Were you living together?
Sí.
Yes.
I'll order that you maintain a separate residence. I will allow a one-time return with law enforcement to gather your belongings. You're not allowed to possess a weapon of any kind, firearm, or ammunition. And I'm going to order that you're not allowed to have any unsupervised contact with any minor children under the age of 18. I show that he's on state probation for violent felony offense. Is there a VOP?
It has not yet been added on him, but there is a hold for him.
All right, sir. I show that you're a violent felony offender of special concern and that you're currently on state probation. You're being held on that. Likely a violation of probation charge will follow very quickly, and it will probably have no bond. So I just wanted to make you aware of that. Thank you for coming, ma'am. Good luck. Good luck, sir.
Your Honor, may the interpreter have the case number, please?
2021 MM1798 AO.
Thank you. Sir, please tell me your name.
Jairo Laguna. Jairo Laguna.
I'm sorry, Your Honor, I'm getting double feedback. It's hard for me to decipher his name.
Can you move the microphone?
Jairo Laguna.
Thank you.
De Dios.
Jairo Laguna de Dios.
Sir, you're here in case number 21MM1797AO, charged with battery, domestic violence. I reviewed the probable cause affidavit. There is probable cause in this case. I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you. Your bond will be $500. You're not allowed to have any contact with the victim. I'll order that you maintain a separate residence. I'll allow one-time return with law enforcement to gather your belongings. You're not allowed to possess or consume any alcoholic beverages. You're not allowed to possess a weapon of any kind, firearm, or ammunition. And that's all. Good luck, sir. Sorry. Please tell me your name, sir.
Sorry, Your Honor, I really can't decipher the words. It's just a lot of echo.
Try this now. Tell me your name.
Roylan Velasquez.
No, you have to leave your mask on. Put your mask on. Froilan Velasquez is your name?
Yes, Froilan Velasquez.
You're here in case number 21MM1800AO, charged with battery, domestic violence. There is probable cause. I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you. Your bond will be $500. You're not allowed to have any contact with the victim.
Okay,
I'll order you maintain a separate residence. I'll allow one-time return with law enforcement to gather your belongings. You're not allowed to possess or consume any alcoholic beverages. You're not allowed to possess a weapon of any kind, firearm, or ammunition. Good luck, sir.
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
Sobre los carros, ¿cómo lo hago? Porque como yo tengo un carro y mi esposa lo maneja, necesito dejarle un carro. Porque yo con ella no tengo problema.
I'm sorry, Your Honor, I can't catch what he's saying. There's just too much echo. I don't know if maybe they can push the headset mic back.
Right, and give him the other mic, and let's try that. All right, let's try that again.
Okay, por ejemplo, como yo tengo dos carros, necesito dejarle uno a ella por mis niños.
I want to know about my car. I have a car and I need to leave it for her because she needs it for her children.
You can't have any contact with her. So if you need to leave a car somewhere, you can do that, but you can't talk to her about where you're leaving the car. Because you're not allowed to have any contact with her.
Okay, entiendo.
Okay, I understand.
All right, good luck, sir.
Gracias.
Thank you.
Please tell me your name.
Mi nombre es Luis Alvarado Ruiz. Luis Alvarado Ruiz.
I am so sorry, Your Honor. I really cannot catch what they're saying.
I don't know what to say. We've tried everything with the microphones.
I understand.
Can you
All I
put
can
that microphone
possibly
closer to
suggest-
him? And see if that helps? All right, try one more time. Tell me your name.
Luis Alvarado Ruiz.
Villa Luis Alvarado Ruiz.
You're here in case numbers 21CT 2010, 2011, 2012, charged with no valid driver's license, abuse or misuse of a temporary tag to avoid vehicle registration, and no motorcycle license. There is probable cause. I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you. Your bond on each of these charges will be $100. You can't drive without a valid driver's license. Do you understand? Yes.
Sí.
Yes.
As to case numbers 20CT 3776AO and 20CT 3775AO, I show that you're out on bond in those cases, charged with the exact same offense. At this time, I'm inclined to revoke your bond. I've appointed the Public Defender's Office. Do you have any reason I shouldn't revoke his bond?
Your Honor, I believe, there's an offer to resolve the case, all of it, right? An adjudication of guilt, credit time served from the state to resolve all of his charges.
Did you talk to him about that offer today?
No, he's Spanish, Your Honor.
I don't know what that means. You guys can't talk to them? We don't have interpreters available?
I don't know. I don't speak Spanish.
No, but I'm saying, like, you guys don't have access to interpreters, so you don't talk to the Spanish speakers?
No, I don't. When I go back there, no. We don't
Okay.
have anyone.
The state has offered to ask the court to adjudicate you guilty on all of your charges and give you credit time served if you're interested in entering a plea of guilty this morning. Are you interested in doing that?
No, pero una preguntita. Yo ahora mismo, lo único que me habían dicho era que yo tenía otra corte y por el momento no sé qué iba a pasar.
I just have a question.
Yes.
At this moment, I was told that I had another court proceeding, and I'm not sure what's going to happen with that.
The other two charges, you have two different cases that you've already bonded out on, no motor vehicle registration, no valid driver's license, and then another case where you were charged with no valid driver's license. So if you want to enter a plea to all of those things today, you can do that. Or you can enter a plea of not guilty and talk to your attorney about your options. If you're not a United States citizen and you enter a plea of guilty today, you could be subjected to deportation.
No, yo soy ciudadano.
I am a citizen, though.
Entonces, cuando usted me dice que el caso se cantarme culpable, ¿cuáles son los cargos? De culpabilidad. Si yo me canto culpable, ¿cuáles son los...?
If I were to plead guilty, what would be the... He just leaves it hanging, Your Honor.
Sentence. I will sentence you to credit time served, and you'll have to pay all of the court costs in all of your cases.
Ok.
Okay?
Pero como quiera tengo fianza y todo.
But regardless, I would have a bond.
Yes, if you enter a plea of not guilty today, if you don't want to enter a plea of guilty, you don't have to. You have bonds in your other cases, and I've asked your attorney to give me a reason not to revoke your bond in your out on bond cases.
Ok, pues no me canto culpable y como quiera tengo fianza, ¿verdad? ¿Cuánto es la fianza?
If I don't plead guilty, I have a bond regardless. How much is the bond?
The bond in your current case says all three is $100 each. But because you were out on bond for the exact same offenses, I'm thinking about revoking those bonds. So then you would not have a bond on those cases.
Ah, pues no.
Oh, no.
You don't have an option.
No, que yo quisiera tener fianza. So que yo.
No, I want to have a bond.
Yeah, it's not your choice, it's mine. I've asked your attorney to give me a reason why I shouldn't revoke your bond, because while you were out on bond charged with a crime, you were arrested for committing the exact same crime. One of your conditions of being out on bond is that you will not commit any new law offenses. However, you did. So I'm asking your attorney to give me a reason I should not revoke your bond and hold you in custody. Mr. George?
Your Honor, these are nonviolent offenses. And from the notes that I saw in here, he is working to get his license. So we would ask at this time that you take no action. I see the only offenses he's had is for operating a motor vehicle without a driver's license. But he has no violent offenses in his history.
So he's just a chronic driver without a valid driver's license.
Yeah, so
at 27 years old.
he has
Right.
a petty theft as well, Your Honor.
I didn't see it on here.
Hasn't been resolved.
He just, at 27, hasn't seen fit to get a driver's license and keeps getting arrested for driving without it.
No, lo que pasa es que yo no estaba guiando. Yo no estaba guiando hace tiempo porque estaba tratando de sacar la licencia. Pero mi mujer estaba preñada. Estaba preñada. Y en esos momentos no había carro y ella tenía contracciones. Y tuve que salir un momentito para llevarla al hospital. Y no llegué allá.
No, wait a second. The thing is, I have not been driving this entire time.
Madam
I'm trying to get a
Interpreter,
license.
Madam Interpreter, can you please advise my client not to speak about the facts of the case right now?
I'm sorry, counsel, I cannot hear you.
Can you please advise the client not to talk about the facts of the case? Can we have a minute?
Yes, and apparently I now have a Spanish interpreter who's physically present here at the jail.
Take it off.
Wait, is she an interpreter or is she a public defender?
I don't think she's an interpreter.
Oh, no.
Counsel, counsel,
Yeah, no.
counsel.
She's trying to converse with her client right now. That's what they offer, is all of them. Because I'll revoke it. All right, Counselor, I think what we'll do is give you some opportunity to speak to your client after today's hearings. She's not here, right? All right, Ms. George, let's go. Ms. George, what does your client want to do today?
Your Honor, we just ask that you not take any action on the out on bond case.
Because,
Regarding the grant, or the no motor vehicle registration, I do see in our system that it is set to Plead. So I do have at least a fairly good faith basis that he is going to resolve.
I'm sorry, counsel, could you just kindly get closer to the mic? I can not catch what you're saying.
I'm sorry. Regarding the grant, no motor vehicle registration, according to our system, it is set to plea. It's the second time it's been set to plea. I do believe he is trying to either obtain a license or plea it out. So I do have a good faith basis that he is at least trying to make movement towards getting this resolved. However, he did have a failure to appear May of 2020.
right,
But that is only one failure to appear. So I'll leave it within your discretion. However, it does look like he is at least trying to resolve these cases.
all right, at this time, I'll take no action on your out on bond cases. Good luck, sir. Please tell me your name.
Samuel González. Samuel.
Emuel Gonzalez.
Sí.
You're here in case number 21CT2009, charged with driving while license suspended. There is probable cause. I'll appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you. Your bond is $500. You cannot drive without a valid driver's license. Do you understand?
Sí.
Yes.
In case number 21CF3016AO, you're charged with possession of fentanyl and 2 counts of possession of drug paraphernalia. There is probable cause. I'll appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you. Your bond is $1,000 on count 1, $100 on counts 2 and 3. You're not allowed to possess or consume any illegal substances or have contact with any known drug dealers. Do you understand?
Sí.
Yes.
Good luck, sir. Please tell me your name.
Alexis Renta Rivera. Alexis Renta Rivera.
Alexis Trenta Rivera.
You're here in case number 21MM865AO, charged with petty theft. You're already represented by the Office of the Public Defender. It's a Division 82 case.
Your Honor, there was an offer in this case. If you would like to resolve it, is an adjudication of guilt, credit time served, no return to Walmart, and cost of investigation in the amount of $119.10 to OPD.
To who?
OPD.
Are you interested in accepting that offer from the state today?
Yeah.
Yes.
Please raise your right hand to be sworn.
Swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Hey.
Yes.
You understand that if you enter a plea of guilty, or you can put your hand down. If you enter a plea of guilty or no contest this morning, you'll be giving up certain rights, like your right to remain silent, your right to testify on your own behalf, your right to call witnesses and present any defenses you may have at a trial. We're not going to have a trial. If you enter a plea today, I'll sentence you today.
Hey.
Yes.
You understand if you're not a United States citizen, this plea could subject you to deportation.
Hey.
Yes.
You understand if you're on probation, this plea could violate that probation.
Yes.
Yes.
Petty theft is an enhanceable offense. What that means is the third time you get arrested for petty theft, the state can charge it as a felony. Do you understand that?
Hey.
Yes.
I have no idea if you've ever been convicted of it before. If you have not, this is your first conviction. After one more, the state can charge you as a felon. You understand?
Yeah.
Yeah.
At this time, how do you wish to plead to the charge of petty theft?
Culpable.
Guilty.
I'll accept your plea of guilty. I find it's freely and voluntarily made. I'll adjudicate you guilty, give you credit for,
I don't.
38 days, time served. I'll order you're not allowed to return to Walmart. I'll order you to pay $119.10 for the cost of investigation to the Orlando Police Department. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'll further order that you pay court costs. I'll give you 1 year to pay them. Good luck, sir. Do we have any other Spanish speakers?
No, you.
All right, thank you, Madam Interpreter.
You're welcome, Your Honor.
They're saying there's. For Maribel Rodriguez, the victim is Milton Rivera. They said that
I can't hear you at all.
for Maribel.
You have to get over here, yeah.
Maribel Rodriguez.
Hmm?
It says she needs a Spanish interpreter.
Where is that? What is she charged with?
Felony domestic, Your Honor.
We'll call the interpreter back later.
Okay.
All right, so
Okay.
we don't know if we have a Creole interpreter yet.
They are probably in their status here in downtown.
All right, then let's keep moving.
We have next.
Kenneth Jeter,
He's medical, Your Honor.
21 MM 1724. I'll appoint the public defender's office. There is probable cause.
We'll waive, Your Honor.
His bond is $100, no return. Joseph Skelly,
He's medical, Your Honor.
21, 21 CT 1993 and 1994. There is probable cause. I'll appoint the public defender's office.
We'll waive.
Bond is $1,000 in 1993. $500 in 1994. Not possess alcohol, possess or consume any alcoholic beverage, cannot drive without a valid driver's license. Is this person currently on pretrial release or bond?
Diversion, yes.
They're in diversion? All right. I'll let them address that then.
Which,
Yeah, because it's pretrial diversion. I don't have that. Next, I have Francis Wiltshire,
he refused court.
21 MM 1031 AO, represented by your office counselor.
We'll waive and enter a plea not guilty.
Division 62 pretrial conference, April 12th at 9 a.m. and 9B.
Next, I have Guerrero. Oh, nope, Guerrero.
Right. He's here.
Okay,
Yes,
please
ma'am.
tell me your name.
Jean Marie Guerriere.
You're here in case number 2011, oh, no, I'm sorry, 20-1102 CT. A warrant was issued for your arrest out of Seminole County. There's no bond on that for failing to appear for pretrial conference on an operating a motor vehicle without a valid driver's license. We'll notify them that you're here, and I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you.
Okay, is there, am I, like there's, I don't understand, what happens from here?
I'm sorry, what?
What do I do? Oh, y'all release me from here?
I'm sorry, say that again?
Do I get released from here?
No, you have no bond.
Oh,
I can't release you. A Seminole County judge signed a warrant for your arrest with no bond. So we'll notify that judge that you're here, and Seminole County can transport you to Seminole County.
because they had told me, it was like, okay, 3 days.
Please tell me your name.
Stanley Simpson.
You're here in 21 CF 2990, charged with possession of cocaine. There is probable cause. I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you. Your bond is $1,000. You're not allowed to possess or consume any illegal substances or have contact with any known drug dealers. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
In case number 20 CF 4712, you're here because a capias was issued for your arrest for failing to appear for arraignment on a charge of possession of cocaine. Your bond on that is $1,000. You're not allowed to possess or consume any illegal substances or have contact with any known drug dealers. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Good luck, sir.
But,
Yes.
am I getting released?
You have a bond. You have to post the bond to get released.
Okay.
Yes. Please tell me your name.
Torres Kevin.
In case number 21 CF 2967, you're here charged with possession of fentanyl. There is probable cause. I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you. Your bond is $1,000. You're not allowed to possess or consume any illegal substances or have contact with any known drug dealers. He's out on bond?
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor. He was deemed incompetent April 8th of 2019 and incompetent in his case on December 19th of 2020. So we'd ask that you take no action.
What says the state?
If he was last found incompetent on the 12/19, do you know of any new evaluation?
I can't hear you at all, Counselor.
12/19/2020, where they stated he lacks the ability to consult with his attorney. He also lacks the ability to understand.
But did they use the same findings from the 19 case, or did they
No, this
do
is a
new
brand new
evals?
evaluation. So yes, 2 evaluations, which I have here.
Your Honor, since the eval was just now sufficient for the 12/19/2020, state has no objection.
What was the recommendation? What are they doing with that case?
Outpatient psychiatric treatment is needed.
Is he in outpatient psychiatric treatment?
I don't see I don't know how that works. I didn't see a note as far as like what he's doing. It just states what he needs. And he has difficulties with substance abuse, where he'll need substance abuse counseling. And then his first case, they had him recommended for inpatient treatment, but that was in April of 2019. Not sure if that
Did he
happened.
do inpatient treatment?
He had to do inpatient treatment in April. The April 6, 2019 evaluation recommended inpatient.
But did he do it, is my question.
I can't see that. He said he did, Your Honor.
State hospital now.
All right, at this time, I'll take no action, but the other judge might. Good luck, sir. Please tell me your name.
Antonio Freeman.
You're here in case number 21 CF 3019, charged with false imprisonment, tampering with a witness to hinder communication to law enforcement, and grand theft. I'm going to appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you. I do find probable cause exists in this case. Do you wish to testify?
I just want it to be.
Hold on. If you want to say anything, I need you to be sworn in. Do you want to talk to me?
Sure, yes.
All right, please raise your right hand.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
State, you may inquire.
Good morning. Can you please state your name for the record and spell your last name?
Atali Jermaine, last name is spelled Germain.
And what is your relationship to Mr. Freeman?
We're married,
And how long have you been married?
since 2015, so going on 6 years. Well, 6 years, 5, 6 years.
Are you afraid of him?
Sometimes.
Do you mind elaborating on that a little bit?
When he gets angry, like he's irrational, so,
Were drugs or alcohol involved in this altercation?
no,
And has anything like this ever happened before?
yes.
When was the last time, would you say?
There was an incident last year that I had to call the police because he showed up somewhere I was without me telling him I was there. And then prior to that incident is when we were living together in our home.
And if anything like this were to ever occur in the future, would you be comfortable calling 911?
Yes.
And if he were to be released today, would you want to have contact with him?
I don't want to have contact with him.
That's all I have, Your Honor.
Does the defense wish to inquire?
No, Your Honor.
Thank you, ma'am. All right. At this time, I'm going to place you on pretrial release, and I'm going to add a monetary bond on count 1 is $1,000, count 2 $150, and count 3 $150. While on pretrial release, you're not allowed to have any contact with the victim. Do you understand what that means?
Yes, ma'am.
You can't call her on the phone, send a message through an app, send a message through a friend or family member, no contact at all. You have to answer out loud.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Okay. You're not allowed to return to her residence for any reason. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
You're not allowed to possess a weapon of any kind, firearm or ammunition. You'll be subject to random drug screens. while you're on pretrial release. Are there any other conditions the state would request?
No, Your Honor, I believe that's it.
So do you want to add the condition of no alcohol and drugs?
I'm trying
No drugs. I don't think alcohol was alleged in this, but he has a history with drugs, so I'm adding that. No drugs, random drug screens. Do you have children?
Yes.
Your Honor, we would ask that you give a grace period for the random drug screens, although it doesn't appear that there were drugs alleged in the arrest affidavit, but if you are going to make him take random drug screens, we would ask for a grace period.
The history is cocaine, counselor, and it should be out of your system within 3 days, and pretrial release informed the court that they don't do that for at least 2 weeks, so I'm not giving him any longer than that 2 weeks. Yes, sir.
Well, as far as the cocaine, I wasn't a cocaine user. I never used cocaine. I was a drug.
I believe, listen, if you didn't, it won't matter. You won't violate the drug screens.
Okay.
I'm not ordering you not to drink alcohol because there's no alcohol alleged in this incident. So the only thing I'm ordering is don't take illegal drugs and you'll have random screens. But if you don't do drugs, you don't have to worry about it,
Okay.
right? Your screens will be negative. Do you have children that live with her?
No, they
No.
They live with me.
All right. Good luck, sir. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Please tell me your name.
I'm not.
You're here in case number 21 CF 3010 AO, charged with aggravated battery with a deadly weapon and another count of aggravated battery with a weapon, domestic violence. I'm going to appoint the public defender's office to represent you. There is probable cause in this case. Do you have a challenge to that, counselor?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, go ahead.
For the second aggravated battery, I see an aggravated assault with him threatening, but I don't see the second aggravated battery with the weapon. There was a cut on the palm of her hand. One victim had a cut. And then it just states that they started scuffling over the machete, and then the group fell to the ground.
What says the state?
I think it's an aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, because he threatened.
So it says there are several people on the scene with fresh blood on their body and clothing. And the scuffle, there's several people involved in that.
Yes, Your Honor, I would just argue that during the scuffle, that's when the other battery occurred over the machete, since one person was not sufficient to be able to take the machete away from the defendant. And there's the aggravated battery on Mr. Bagmati for the cut on her palm.
I think it's 2 victims, counselor. Andre Scheitel and Bojendra Lacreme attempted to hold the machete down and get it away from him, and both of them were battered in that scuffle. I believe that's the second aggravated battery.
Okay, Your Honor.
So it's 2 victims. All right, at this time, your bond will be $5,000 on count 1 and $5,000 on count 2. You're not allowed to have any contact with any victims or any witnesses that were involved. Do you understand what no contact means? You're not allowed to possess a weapon of any kind, firearm or ammunition. You're not allowed to return to 15333 Sandfield Loop. Does anyone recall if alcohol was alleged in this incident?
Yes, Your Honor.
You're not allowed to possess or consume alcoholic beverages. Are there any other conditions the state would request?
No, Your Honor.
Good luck, sir. Please tell me your name.
Alberto Ledesma Jr.
In case number 21 CF 3001AO, you're here charged with battery, domestic by strangulation, and resisting an officer with violence. I'm going to appoint the public defender's office to represent you. There is probable cause in this case. Your bond will be $5,000 on count one, $150 on count two. You're not allowed to have any contact with the victim. Do you understand what no contact means?
Yes.
No electronic communication. You can't send a message through a friend, nothing.
Okay.
I'll order that you maintain a separate residence.
Yep.
Were you living together?
Nah, she was living with me.
So does that mean you were living together?
Yeah.
Okay, you're not allowed to do that now.
All right.
I'll order that you maintain a separate residence. I'll allow a one-time return with law enforcement to that location to gather your belongings. If she lives there, you can't live there.
Okay.
You're not allowed to possess a weapon of any kind, firearm, or ammunition. You're not allowed to possess or consume any illegal drugs. You'll be subject to random drug screens. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Good luck, sir.
Mendez refused court, Your Honor.
Thank you. That's case number 20 CF 14765. It's a capias. I'll appoint the public defender's office.
Will waive.
He has no bond on that. In 21 CF 3020, he's charged with possession of cocaine. There is probable cause. I'll appoint the public defender's office.
Will waive, Your Honor.
His bond is $1,000. He's not allowed to possess or consume illegal substances or have contact with known drug dealers. In case number 21 CF 2180AO, a warrant was issued for his arrest, so there is probable cause. I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent him. I find his refusal to come to court a willing waiver of his appearance here today. His bond will be $5,000 on count one, $1,000 on count two. He's not allowed to have any contact with the victim. He's not allowed to return to the scene for any reason. He's not allowed to possess a weapon of any kind, firearm, or ammunition. He's not allowed to possess or consume illegal substances, and he'll be subject to random drug screens. And actually on the possession of cocaine as well. I'm going to add that. No drugs. Right. Please tell me your name.
Maribel Rodriguez.
You're here in case number 21 CF 3021, charged with burglary of a conveyance with a battery. Oh,
I believe this is the one where he might.
needs an interpreter? Hold on one second.
Your Honor, I believe.
Good morning, Your Honor. For the record, Jose Sendra, certified Spanish interpreter, previously sworn and ready to proceed.
Good morning, sir. I have a witness here in need of your assistance, so you'll be over the loudspeaker, not in the headphones.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. I'm appointing the public defender's office to represent you. Sir, do you wish to testify today?
Señor, ¿usted desea testificar hoy?
Sí.
Yes.
Please raise your right hand to be sworn.
Por favor, levanto la mano derecha para para prestar juramento.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
¿Usted jura que va a decir la verdad, toda la verdad y nada más que la verdad? ¿Lo jura ante Dios?
Lo juro ante Dios.
Yes, before God, I swear.
State you may inquire.
Good morning, sir. Can you please state your name for the record and spell your last name?
Señor, buenos días. ¿Sería usted tan amable de decir su nombre completo para que conste en acta y deletrea su apellido?
Milton Rivera Durán. R-I-V-E-R-A.
Milton Rivera Duran, R-I-V-E-R-A. The second last name, Duran, D-U-R-A-N.
Thank you, sir. What is your relationship to Miss Rodriguez?
Muchas gracias, señor. ¿Cuál es su relación con la señorita Rodríguez?
El padre de nuestro hijo.
Perdón, ¿puede repetir?
El papá de nuestro hijo.
I'm the father of our child in common.
Are you afraid of her?
¿Usted le teme?
No.
No.
Did drugs or alcohol play a part in this altercation?
¿Las drogas o el alcohol tuvieron que ver con este altercado?
No.
No.
Has anything like this ever happened before?
¿Algún incidente de esta naturaleza ha ocurrido antes?
Sí había ocurrido, pero no a este extremo.
Yes, it did occur, but not to this point.
Okay. And if she were to get out of jail today, would you want to have contact with her?
Si ella es puesta en libertad hoy, ¿usted desea tener contacto con ella?
No, porque tengo un hijo con ella y ahora mismo yo tengo al hijo de nosotros. Y pues ya ella me agredió frente del nene. Y yo temo un poco por la seguridad de mi hijo.
No. Let me see. At this moment, I have our child in common under my custody, and I am fearful of my child's security.
Okay. And lastly, are you willing to call 911 if anything like this were to ever occur in the future?
Y por último, si alguna cosa de estas vuelve a ocurrir en un futuro, ¿usted llamará al 911 emergencias?
Por supuesto que sí.
Of course I will.
That's all I have, Your Honor.
Does the defense wish to inquire?
No, Your Honor.
All right, ma'am. At this time, you'll have no bond on count 1 because it's charged as a life felony. Count 2, your bond is $500. You're not allowed to have any contact with the victim. I'll order that you're not allowed to possess a weapon of any kind, firearm, or ammunition. And I'll order that you have to comply with any plan put in place by DCF. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right. Thank you for coming, sir.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
Good luck, ma'am. I believe that's all we need from you at this time, Mr. Interpreter. Thank you for your time.
Your Honor, would you be so kind to give me the case number, please?
2021 CF 302180.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Right. The Spanish, although Spanish is misspelled, but literally it's misspelled.
Yes, Your Honor?
Oh, we're supposed to be calling a Creole interpreter, but I was told to just hit the same number.
Yeah, my mistake. Then I answered too quickly. I think he will connect right away. Thank you, and please excuse.
Okay, thank you. Huh. Good morning, this is Judge Gibson. I'm looking for a Creole interpreter. I thought someone connected, but try this again.
Good morning, Your Honor. This is Alan Figueroa, State Certified Spanish Interpreter.
I'm looking for a Creole interpreter.
It's for the Creole? No problem, Your Honor. I'll let the Creole know to be
ready. Just dial back in about 30 seconds, and I'll let him know to answer.
Thank you. I'm going to give him 30 seconds, and we'll do it again. This morning has just been like, we can't get it going. I don't know. Try this again.
Good morning, Your Honor. Can you hear the interpreter?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Please tell me you're the Creole interpreter.
Yes, this is the Creole interpreter. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you so much.
Yes, Your Honor. The interpreter does not have any information on the case. Would you please let the interpreter know the name and the case number, please?
Yes, this is 21MM 1801AO. And I would like to ask her to please tell me her name.
Dis-moi non, s'il vous plaît.
Sarah Final, lui.
Sarah Final, oui.
This is case number 21MM 1801. You're charged with battery domestic violence. I'm appointing the public defender's office to represent you.
Ça, c'est cas 21MM 1801. Yo accusé ou que ou commettre en violence domestique. Moi-même, m'a ba ou avocat de la défense publique pour aider ou.
Ma'am, there is probable cause in this case.
Madame, nous jouons bon genre raison pour aucun bon dans cas ça.
Your bond will be $500.
Bon que vous mettez sous c'est $500.
You're not allowed to have any contact with the victim.
Ou pas gen droit pour gen aucun contact pour le moment avec victime nan.
Your Honor, she does qualify for pretrial release. It was updated in my system just now.
Juge li qualifié pour yo la geli avant aller dans procès.
All right, I'm going to place you on pretrial release with special conditions. You're not allowed to have any contact with the victim.
M'a la ou avec condition que ou pas doit gagner aucun contact avec victime nan pour le moment.
You're not allowed to possess a weapon of any kind, a firearm or ammunition.
Ou pas doit gagner aucune arme à feu ou aucune munition.
Are there any other conditions the state would request?
Est-ce que il y a aucune autre demande encore que l'État t'a mis sous lui?
No.
Non.
Your Honor.
Non.
Were you living with the victim?
Est-ce que tu as habité avec victime non?
No.
Non.
All right, I'll order that you're not allowed to return to his residence.
M'a pas mette l'ordre que ou pas doit retourner côté lui-même li rete.
Good luck, ma'am.
Bonne chance, madame. Is this all for the interpreter, Your Honor?
Yes, it is. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a good day.
You as well. Please tell me your name.
Maurice Bingham.
21MM1780. You're here charged with battery, domestic violence. I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you. There is probable cause in this case. Your bond will be I think it's that microphone. I don't know why. Just a minute. Your bond will be $500. You're not allowed to have any contact with the victim. You're not allowed to possess a weapon of any kind, firearm or ammunition. Were you living together?
No, ma'am.
All right, I'll order that you're not allowed to return to her residence for any reason. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And you understand what no contact means?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good luck. Please tell me your name.
Joel Harris.
You're here in case number 21MM102AA, charged with battery domestic violence. I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you. There is probable cause.
Excuse me. Yeah.
Your Honor, I believe he qualifies for PTR.
I see that. This is a pretty violent incident.
Yes, Your Honor. However, my client has no Florida convictions. He is a military veteran. No failures to appear.
She said, I struck no one, man.
I can't hear you.
Your Honor, I struck no one. I had a phone.
Don't talk about the facts. Don't talk about the facts.
I'm sorry.
I'm going to place you on pretrial release. You're not allowed to have any contact with the victim. Do you understand what no contact means?
Yes, ma'am.
You can't call her on the phone. You can't send her a message through an app or through friends or family. No contact at all. You're not allowed to possess a weapon of any kind, firearm, or ammunition. While on pretrial release, you'll be subject to random alcohol and drug screens. You're not allowed to possess or consume alcohol or illegal substances. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
You're not allowed to return to this hotel. Were you two living together?
I was supposed to be returning today, but I feel uncomfortable even going to the residence that I'm pretty much assigned with my driving license, honestly.
So that's my question is, were you living in the same place as the victim?
No, ma'am. But the reason why she did what she did is because of what occurred at my residence.
But you live separately?
Correct.
All right, then I'll order that you're not allowed to return to her residence for any reason at all. Do you understand?
Absolutely.
All right, good luck, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Please tell me your name.
Carlton Hariprasad.
21MM153AW, you are here charged with battery, domestic violence. I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you. There is probable cause in this case. Ma'am, do you wish to testify?
Yes, ma'am.
Please raise your right hand to be sworn.
You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am. May I inquire, Your Honor?
Yes, please.
Good morning. Can you please
Morning.
state your name for the record and spell your last name?
Charmaine Hariprasad, Harrysad.
And what is your relationship to Mr. Harry Prasad?
I'm a spouse.
And are you afraid of him?
No.
If you were to get out of jail, would you be afraid of him?
No.
Were drugs or alcohol involved in this altercation?
Alcohol.
And has anything like this ever happened before?
No.
Do you want to have contact with him if he were to get out of jail today?
Yes.
And are you willing to call 911 if anything were to occur in the future?
Yes.
That's all I have, Your Honor.
Does the defense wish to inquire?
No, Your Honor.
All right, I'm going to place you on pretrial release. I see that you qualify for that. Special conditions are you're not allowed to possess or consume any alcoholic beverage, and you'll be subject to random alcohol screens. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
You're not allowed to possess a weapon of any kind, firearm, or ammunition. Were you two living together?
Yes.
How old are your children? Do you have more than one?
Yes, my daughter lives in New York. My son lives with us. He's 22.
Wait, how old is your daughter?
27. She lives in New York.
Oh, and your son lives here with you?
Yes, ma'am.
How old is he?
22.
22. Ma'am, you said you do want contact?
Yes, I do.
And you want him to return to the home?
Yes.
Do you show any prior criminal history, counselor?
Give me 1 second, Your Honor, I'll double check.
I show nothing. I don't even have any arrests.
I don't have anything on my face sheet, but I'll just check our system real fast. No, Your Honor, I have nothing. At least here in Orange County.
All right, I'm going to allow you to have contact with your wife, but it's going to be peaceful contact only. Do you understand what peaceful contact means?
Yes, ma'am.
You're not even allowed to raise your voice. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm going to allow you to return to the residence. Good luck, sir. Thank you, ma'am. Good
Thank you,
luck.
ma'am.
No alcohol and random screens. Just keep it. Because, I mean, that's a law, right? So you can't do that anyway. Please tell me your name.
Janira Morales Rodriguez.
Rodriguez.
Yes, ma'am.
21MM18028O. You're here charged with battery, dating, violence. I'm going to appoint the public defender's office to represent you. Sir, do you wish to testify?
Yes, ma'am, I sure do.
Please raise your right hand.
Swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do so affirm.
State.
Good morning, sir. Can you please state your name for the record?
Sure. First name Kirby, last name Hansen.
And can you spell your last name?
That would be Hansen.
Thank you. And what is your relationship to Ms. Rodriguez?
We've been a couple for about 6 years. So, I consider her my whole world.
Are you afraid of her?
Not at all.
If she were to get out of jail today, would you be afraid?
I would want her to come home.
Did drugs or alcohol play a part in this altercation?
Yes, ma'am. In fact, we've already spoken and we've agreed to go to AA together. So I'm totally confident that we will never see a repeat of anything like this.
Okay, so alcohol played a part?
Yes, ma'am. And we're going to go to AA together.
And has anything like this ever happened before?
No, ma'am.
Do you want to have contact with her?
Oh, yes, ma'am. She's my whole world.
And if anything like this were to ever occur in the future, would you feel comfortable calling 911?
I know I would have to, yes.
That's all I have, Your Honor.
Does the defense wish to inquire?
No, Your Honor.
Sir, how long did you say you'd been together?
We've been together 6 years. I consider her my wife.
Well, the government does not unless there's a
Well, I understand.
marriage certificate. All right. She doesn't qualify for pretrial release. Is that because of her extensive criminal history?
I believe so, Your Honor.
I'm sorry, did you tell me something and I missed it?
So I believe it is because of her criminal history. And they couldn't verify any ties with her emergency contact or the victim. That's what it states in the notes.
All right, ma'am, your bond is $500. Based on the testimony here today, I'm going to allow you to have contact with the victim, but I'm going to make it peaceful contact only. Do you understand what that means?
Yes, ma'am.
You can't even raise your voice.
Yes, ma'am.
You're not allowed to possess or consume alcohol while you're out on bond. You're not allowed to possess or consume illegal substances, and you'll be subject to random alcohol and drug screens. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
You're not allowed to possess a weapon of any kind, a firearm or ammunition. Were you two living together?
I just stay over the weekends with him. I live with my mother.
So you have a separate house?
Yes, ma'am. I live with my mother from Monday to Friday.
All right, I'm not going to say anything about the homes because I'm allowing peaceful contact.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Good luck, sir. Good luck, ma'am. Thank you for coming, sir. Please tell me your name. In case number 21MM1789, you're here charged with battery domestic violence. I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you. There is probable cause. Sir, do you wish to testify?
Yes.
Please raise your right hand.
Swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
State.
Good morning, sir. Can you please state your name for the record and spell your last name?
Keyshawn Singletary. Singletary.
Thank you. And what is your relationship to Miss Sanchez?
That's my wife.
Are you afraid of her?
No.
If she were to get out of jail today, would you be afraid of her?
No.
Were drugs or alcohol involved in this altercation?
No.
Has anything like this ever happened before?
No.
If she were to get out of jail today, would you want to have contact with her?
Yes. We have 3 kids together.
If anything were to happen in the future, would you feel comfortable calling 911?
Yes.
That's all I have, Your Honor.
Does the defense wish to inquire?
No questions, Your Honor.
She qualifies for pretrial, Your Honor.
Were you living together?
Yes, ma'am.
Are the children in the home?
Yes, ma'am.
At this time, I'm going to place you on pretrial release. Sir, you told me that you do want to have contact with her?
Yes.
I'm going to allow you to have peaceful contact. Do you understand what that means?
Ma'am.
You can't even raise your voice. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
You're not allowed to possess a weapon of any kind, firearm, or ammunition. I'm going to allow you to return to the residence, but only with peaceful contact. So if she even raises her voice, you can call the police. You understand? All right. Good luck, ma'am. Good luck, sir. Thank you for coming.
Yes.
Please tell me your name.
Samantha St. Clair.
I'm sorry, one more time.
Samantha St. Clair.
In case number 21MM1803, you're here charged with violation of a domestic violence injunction. I'm going to appoint the public defender's office to represent you. There is probable cause in this case. Your bond will be $1,000. You're not allowed to have any contact with the victim. You're not allowed to possess a weapon of any kind, firearm, or ammunition. You understand what no contact means?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
You can't contact her through an app, on social media, through friends or family, no contact at all.
Yes, ma'am.
You're not allowed to be within 1,000 feet of her residence, property, school, place of employment. You understand all of that? Are there any other conditions the state would request?
No, Your Honor.
Good luck, ma'am.
Thank you very much.
Oh, yeah, no return. Please tell me your name.
Derek Lang.
In case number 21CT419 and 21CT420, you're here charged with abusing or misusing a temporary tag to avoid vehicle registration and attaching a tag unassigned. I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you. There is probable cause.
Is it a withhold?
I'm sorry? Yes. I also see that you're out on bond in case number 20CF10444AO.
Is it a withhold?
It's a felony, possession of fentanyl, possession of paraphernalia, and driving while license suspended. I'm sorry, you're out on pretrial release in that case.
The license is valid now, though.
I can't hear you, what?
His license is valid now. Your Honor, the state's offering a withhold of adjudication credit time served for the abuse, misuse of temp tag, and attaching a tag plate to an unassigned vehicle. And he would like to accept the state's offer.
Does he have any prior convictions?
Not for these offenses, Your Honor.
I'm not going to withhold if he has prior criminal convictions.
I believe it was a possession of cannabis in 2012.
Minor drug. I think his last one was possession of cannabis, Your Honor.
That's what it looks like.
And this is a,
I'm still not withholding adjudication. That's if he has never been convicted of a crime. I won't do that.
Your Honor, we would ask that you take no action on his out on bond cases, and we would ask for a ROR on these cases, the new charges, abuse and misuse, so we can resolve the case downtown.
I'll do that, Counselor. I'll grant your motion. I'll release him on his own recognizance on these two cases, two cases. You can't drive without a valid driver's license, and you can't put a tag on a car that's not assigned to that car. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and then I'll take no action on his out-on-bond case. Good luck, sir. Thank you, counselor. Please tell me your name.
Howley Nixon III.
In case number 21CT2014 and 21CT2015, you're here charged with driving while license suspended and leaving the scene of a crash involving property damage. I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you. There is probable cause. Your bond will be $100 on count 1, $1,000 on count 2. You can't drive without a valid driver's license. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm going to order that you're not allowed to have any contact with any of the witnesses in this case. Are there any other conditions the state would request?
No, Your Honor, I believe that's it.
Sir, it looks to me like you might be out on, you're on probation currently. If that's true, a violation of probation charge will likely follow. I just want you to be aware of that.
Yes, ma'am.
So talk to your attorney about it, okay?
Yeah.
Good luck, sir. Please tell me your name.
Genesis Pena.
You're here in case number 21CT2016, charged with no valid driver's license. I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you. There is probable cause in this case. Your bond is $500. You can't drive without a valid Florida license. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
In case number 21MM1779AO, you're charged with possession of drug paraphernalia and possession of cannabis under 20 grams. I'll appoint the public defender's office in this case as well. There is probable cause. Your bond will be $100 on count 1, $500 on count 2.
Your Honor, I think the state is no process.
I haven't no-billed it yet, but I plan to. We just asked that you ROR on it, Your Honor.
Why?
They're gonna no process, Your Honor.
I can't hear you guys.
They're gonna no process the possession of drug paraphernalia and cannabis.
Then they need to do that. That's a function of the state attorney's office, not the judge. He's out on bond
Yes, Your Honor.
for grand theft of a motor vehicle and grand theft of a firearm in 20 CF 13423 AO. And I'm inclined to revoke his bond on that. So if the state is going to do something with his new cases,
I'm doing nothing with his no valid. I'm just filing a no information in regards to the cannabis and the paraphernalia.
all right, so you are filing it now?
Yes, Your Honor. Well, there's no form in our system to do it immediately. I have to fill out the actual form and print it out, but I can give it to the clerk within the next 10 minutes.
So I don't understand. Does that mean you are?
Yes, Your Honor. I'm no billing it.
You can announce a no information in open court. You can do that.
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you doing that?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. So in case number 21MM1779, the state's dropping those charges against you. So I'm not going to set bond on that because they're dropping it. Can the defense give a reason for the court why I shouldn't revoke his bond?
Yes, Your Honor, it's a nonviolent offense, and my client is employed part-time. It says current job position, customer service.
Where do you work, sir?
Work at a Bad Dog driving range. Some batting cages.
All right, I'll take no action on your out on bond case at this time. Good luck, sir. No, they announced a no information. Yeah. So they dropped it. Please tell me your name.
Darlene Romero.
You're here in case number 21CT1597AO. A capias was issued for your arrest for failing to appear for arraignment on a charge of DUI. Bond on that is $1,500, and I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you.
I have a a private attorney.
Oh, you have an attorney?
Yeah, Gurley. They were supposed to call him.
All right, hold on, the clerk's gonna look and see if they filed an appearance on your behalf.
Okay.
All right, then I'll not appoint the public defender's office in that case. So, because this is a capias for a failure to appear, I'm not sure that the dates, the out on bond case, I'm gonna take no action on this at this time because I'm not sure the date is after that, so, good luck, ma'am.
Your Honor, Trayvon Thomas, hospital.
All right, that's case number 20 CF 113. A warrant was issued for his arrest out of Union County. I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent him and will notify them that he's here.
Okay, Your Honor.
In case number 20 CT 1145 AW, a capias was issued for his arrest for driving while license suspended. He failed to appear for pretrial conference. I'll appoint the public defender's office. Counselor, he has a bond of $2,000 in that case.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Your Honor, did he have a bond for the out-of-county warrant?
Hold on one second.
My paperwork showing 50 grand.
Yes, $50,000 was the bond on that.
All right, thank you.
Yes. I did. And then I have,
Zaragoza,
wait, Adrian Zaragoza bonded?
bonded, Your Honor.
Okay. So next, is this next?
Colston,
Daniel?
Keith Colston, TOT.
Wait, I don't have any of those
Arraignment.
people.
Arraignments, Your Honor.
Yeah, that's not, I don't have I have,
I took it out of hers.
Oh.
You talking about, which one is it?
Atiba?
Atiba Daniel?
Yes.
Okay. Is he here?
He's medical, Your Honor.
21 MM 118380. He's charged with trespass on property other than a structure. I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent him.
Will waive and enter a plea of not guilty.
Okay.
This is Division 83 pretrial conference, May 12th at 1 p.m. 6C.
East is medical.
Wait, East. 21 MM 166680. It's a criminal mischief. Counselor, your office was appointed and you conflicted off. But I'm still going to appoint you at this time so that you can waive his appearance.
Will waive and enter a plea of not guilty.
I don't want him sitting.
Division 81 pretrial conference, April 16th at 9 a.m. 4E.
Please tell me your name.
Michael Lawrence.
21 MM 170280. You're here charged with trespass and property other than a structure or conveyance and criminal mischief. Ms. George, you represent him?
Yes, Your Honor. We're going to enter a plea of not guilty.
Okay. Division 84.
Division 84 pretrial conference, April 12th at 9 a.m. and 4E.
Good luck, sir.
Lopez is medical.
21 MM 1701. Ms. George, you represent him in a battery domestic violence.
Will waive and enter a plea of not guilty.
Division 50 pretrial conference, April 12th at 1:30 p.m. in 7C.
Lee is medical.
Axer Malieve?
Yes.
Okay. 21 MM 892. It's a battery. Your office represents him, counselor.
Will waive and enter a plea of not guilty.
Division 84 pretrial conference, April 12th at 9 a.m. and 4B.
What's your name, sir?
Morning, Your Honor. Sean Pericles.
Sean. 21 MM 12380. You're here charged with resisting an officer without violence and trespass in a conveyance. Ms. George?
gonna accept the state's offer of an adjudication of guilt, credit time served, cost of investigation of $192.32 to Orlando Police Department, and we're gonna enter a plea of no contest.
Raise your right hand to be sworn.
Swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
Your attorneys just informed the court that you wish to enter a plea of no contest today. Is that true?
Yes, ma'am.
You can put your hand down now. So you've had a chance to talk to your attorney about the rights that you're giving up by entering this plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any questions for me about those rights?
No, ma'am.
You understand if you're not a United States citizen, this plea could subject you to deportation?
Yes, ma'am.
You understand if you're on probation, this plea could violate that probation?
Yes, ma'am.
At this time, how do you wish to plead to the charges of trespass and resisting an officer without violence?
No contest.
I'll accept your plea of no contest. I find it's freely and voluntarily made. I'll adjudicate you guilty, give you credit for the 69 days that you've been in jail. I'll order that you pay court costs. I'll give you a year to pay them, and you're not allowed to return to. Does anyone have the address or the scene?
Yes, Your Honor.
And the cost of investigation, I need that.
The cost of investigation is $192.32 to OPD.
I'll also order that you pay the cost of investigation to Orlando Police Department in the amount of $192.32.
And the location, I believe, is the intersection of Church Street and Westmoreland Drive.
I'm not going to order that. No contact with the victim.
Okay, thank you.
All right, good luck. I have Jonathan Nambo, 21MM 499.
Jonathan?
I believe he's no longer in custody, Your Honor.
Okay,
I checked the website earlier and I didn't see
Bonded,
it.
Your Honor.
all right. Next. Please tell me your name.
Brian Presley?
21MM 360AO. You're here charged with petty theft, $100 or more, and you're represented by the Public Defender's Office.
That's correct.
Oh, and 21MM 804AO, petty theft, and you're represented by the Office of the Public Defender.
May I approach with the new information?
Yes, in which case?
Pina.
Oh, the other one?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
paraphernalia and the cannabis.
Me too, always. Right.
Your Honor, the state's offering on, 2021 MM 360AO, an adjudication of guilt, credit time served, court costs, restitution, in the amount of $249.97. No return to 6653 Eagle Watch Drive, which is Famous Footwear, and cost of investigation of $100.38 to OPD on that charge.
Do you guys have this in writing? Where are the plea agreements?
No, I have this on the forms that I get from the state attorney.
But remember, we talked about maybe you getting them to sign the plea agreements ahead of court? So if you write that down, then I can just read it.
Right, Your Honor. However, due to COVID, they don't want us being that. It's harder to get things done with COVID. So I get the forms from the state attorney when she sends them to me, and then I read them off.
All right, I'll talk to somebody about that.
And then 2021 804AO, it's going to be an adjudication of guilt, credit time served, no return to Dee Dee's discount. I don't have the address. Cost of investigation of $231.63, the Orlando Police Department.
Sir, raise your right hand to be sworn.
You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do, I swear.
You heard your attorney just inform the court that you're interested in entering a plea today, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And you understand the rights you're giving up by entering that plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand that petty theft is an enhanceable offense. What that means is, after you've been convicted twice of petty theft, the third time the state charges you, they can charge it as a felony. You understand that?
I do understand that, Your Honor. I do have a question on that.
Yes.
I'm also being,
Get really close to the microphone.
I apologize.
It's okay.
I have other petty theft charges that I'm currently being held on. I have a PTR hold for those petty thefts, I believe, as well as a bond of PTR. I don't know if this is all being handled right now. That is my wish. If
I only have these 2 cases. So are you saying you have another theft charge?
Yes, Your Honor. He has, I believe, 4 total.
All right, I don't have that case, so that won't be resolved today. So I have no idea if you're out on bond, I have no idea what's happening with that case, but I want to make sure that you understand that the third time you get charged with this, the state can charge it as a felony. So if you already have one out there, if you've previously been convicted, I don't have your criminal history.
I understand, Your Honor. I
So-
have not previously been convicted. However, I do have those open charges that are pending, and that's why I was just I was under the understanding that we could handle that.
We cannot.
Okay.
So-
Those charges that are open, am I to understand that those are enhanceable at this point?
All of them are. So petty theft, the crime is enhanceable. What that means is, after so many, or based on the charge, amount, it can be charged as a felony. So if you pleaded these 2 today, and then you have another 2 that are outstanding, and you plead to those, then if you get arrested again for petty theft, the state can charge that as a felony.
I understand, but the ones that I'm pending right now are not going to be are not felonies.
I don't know anything about those cases, and that's up to the state of Florida.
Is that, I wouldn't. Well, on pre-trial release.
Can I approach with the restitution order, Your Honor?
Your Honor, we're.
Yes.
Are we sure about that? I had 2 other,
They need to do this before court.
but the other ones that I believe I'm being, I was already ordered pre-trial release on the charges. I would be going home today. If I don't resolve these today, then I won't be going home.
3 more petty thefts? Counselor,
Yes, yes.
the clerk just informed me he has 3 other outstanding petty theft charges.
Yes, we know.
So you understand that if you enter plea today, you'll have 2 petty theft convictions today. I'm not telling you not to do that. I want to make sure you understand.
I understand.
I explained it, Your Honor. I recommended that all of them be dealt with at the same time.
That's what I'd like.
But I enter a plea of not guilty and deal with them all at the same time. However, he wants to deal with them today, these 2 today, because he wants to be released today.
I'd like to be released today as soon as possible. I've been held for 40-something days. It's just I'm trying to.
But you do understand what your attorney is telling you is, I understand you're talking about wanting to be out today, and I can understand that. But what your attorney is telling you is, you'll now have these convictions on this date, so then if you have 3 more that are outstanding and you get those convictions on 3 different dates or even 1 different date, then after that, if you get arrested for petty theft, the state can file it as a felony, which is punishable by up to 5 years in prison. So you went from a first-degree misdemeanor, punishable by a year in jail, and a second-degree misdemeanor, punishable by 60 days in jail, to a felony charge. If felony is charged, it's punishable by up to 5 years in prison. You understand that?
Yes, Your Honor, I do. However,
And you want to enter a plea today anyway?
I suppose not, Your Honor. I guess I'll just.
So you want to enter a plea of not guilty?
We're going to enter a plea of not guilty, Your Honor.
Okay. It's 62 and 85. He has 2 different divisions.
So on 360, that's Division 62, so the pretrial conference is gonna be April 12th at 9 a.m. in 9B. On 80480, it's Division 85, And the pretrial conference is gonna be April 12th at 9 a.m. in 4A.
Good luck, sir.
Rodriguez Medina, he's medical.
21MM1004, trespass and occupied structure. Counselor, I believe your office is already appointed, but if not, I'm appointing you.
Will waive and enter plea of not guilty.
Division 82, pretrial conference, April 19th at 10:30 a.m. in 10B.
Alvin Sanders, medical.
21MM856, resisting without violence and loitering or prowling. He's represented by your office, counselor.
Will waive and enter plea of not guilty.
Pretrial conference, Division 85, April 12th at 9 a.m. in 4A.
Tell me your name, please.
Raven Leon Schaefer.
20MM4534AO. You're here charged with petty theft with a prior conviction. You're represented by the Public Defender's Office. And counselor, he has a VOP status hearing set April 9th at 9:30.
Yes, Your Honor. Is this for a VOP?
Yes. With this one, is this one a VOP?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes.
We'll enter a denial.
All right.
So it's Division 63, DOP status, April 9th at 9:30 and 12C.
All right, good luck, sir.
Elatel, medical.
21MM1349AO. You're here charged with violation of a condition of pretrial, oh, he's not here. Would be here for that. He's represented by your office, counselor.
Will waive and enter plea of not guilty.
Division 50, pretrial conference, April 12th at 1:30 p.m. in 7C.
Yeah. So next, I have 33-day motions. Janelle Antoine, 21 CF 1678.
No. Notice of non-filing, Your Honor.
Joseph Bates Jr., 21 CF 1599.
Notice of non-filing.
Samuel Buck, 21 CF 1566.
It was a no bill.
The state dropped it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Then I'm going to deny this motion.
Is he still in custody?
You shouldn't be in custody on this if the state dropped it. Oh, thank you. Next, Benjamin Garman, 21 CF 1701AO.
Notice of non-filing.
David Jones, 21 CF 1585.
Notice of non-filing.
Antoinette Lamb, 21 MO 193.
This is a city prosecutor case. I do not have access to it, so I don't know what they did.
I'm going to grant it, but counselor, your motion has the wrong judges on it. Your order has the wrong judges.
I'll send an email to whoever
Okay.
the attorney is.
Anthony McIntyre, 21 CF 1408.
Notice of non-filing.
Eddie Pickard, 21 CF 1491.
Filed yesterday. Or on the 12th.
21 CF 1609, Ruben Ramos.
Notice of non-filing.
Eddie Watkins, 21 CF 1602.
Notice of non-filing.
All right, does anyone have any other business before court this morning?
There was only one that I don't know if got skipped. It was Gerardo Diaz Collis. It was in the traffic.
I don't know.
What's the last name?
Diaz Collis. Gerardo. It was a Dwellis.
Bonded.
Thank you.
All right, any other business before the court today?
No, Your Honor.
Court will be in.
Good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Justin.
What's your name?
Jay.
Are you Mr. Justin Taylor?
I am whatever you say I am.
Okay. All right, sir. You were arrested in 2021 MM 1787AO on a charge of criminal mischief. I did review the charging affidavit in your case. I did find probable cause for your arrest. I'm going to stay your bond in the amount of $250. Condition your bond and not return to the scene. No contact with any victims or witnesses. I'm not going to take any action on your out on bond case 2021 MM 45AW. Appointed public defender to represent you. Have a great day, sir. Good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Yes, my government name pronounced in English is Darnell Sideline.
All right, Mr. Sideline, you are here in 2021 CF 304AO and then also in 2020 CF 3005AO. In the first case, you've been arrested for a charge of battery on a law enforcement officer. The second charge is aggravated battery. Court, I did review the charging affidavits in both cases. I did find probable cause for your arrest. I want to stay your bonds in both cases. Additionally, your bonds that you have no contact with any victims or witnesses and from that case, you do not return to the scene or location. You may not possess any weapons or firearms. Any weapons or firearms you have need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release.
Hold on, can I ask a question?
1 second.
Why?
State, did you, one second. State, did you file on this out on bond case already? This 2020 CF 12200AO case?
1 second, Your Honor.
I just have something to say.
Well, I want you to talk to Ms. George first because everything you tell me is on the record and it can be used against you at a later date. So I want you to protect yourself by speaking to Ms. George for a moment, if whatever question you need to ask me.
Yes, Your Honor, we did file on it. The last thing I see is we had a status hearing on the 10th, but it was filed on.
All right. Okay.
Never did, but I got vaccinated.
Okay. There you go.
These black males are harassing.
All right, sir, you are out on bond in 2020 CF. Hold on, listen to me, listen to me.
False affidavits.
Okay.
Hello, Mr. Sideline. Listen to me first. All right, Mr. Sideline.
She's not gonna pay.
Mr. Sideline. Need you to listen to me so I can finish doing what we got to do and get you on your way, all right?
I just need time served.
That's not going to happen today, but I want to, in 2020 CF 1122AO, of course, going to revoke that bond. I'm going to set a new bond in the amount of $5,000. Condition that bond that you do not possess any drugs or alcohol without a valid prescription. All right, I'm appointed public defender to represent you in all your cases. Have a great day, sir.
Thank you.
You just throw them over there. Let me confused. Oh, you got too much stuff. All right, yeah. Got you.
We have Duncan, Your Honor, bonded. Duncan,
And then Duncan, y'all see that bonded.
okay.
All right, good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Good morning. My name is O'Shane Massam.
Say your last name again.
Massam.
Mr. Masal, you're correct. It still is the morning. This is 2021 MM 1778AO. You're arrested on 2 charges. The first one is trespass on property after warning. And the second one is resisting officer without violence. I did review the charging affidavit in both that case and found probable cause as to both charges. State, do you have an offer you want to provide to Mr. Masalam? Is it Masalam?
Massam.
Massam, Mr. Massam.
Yes, Your Honor. A withhold of adjudication, credit time served, and no return.
All right. Mr. Massam, would you want to accept the state's offer today to resolve your case of a withhold of adjudication of guilt? There's court costs in that case, an amount of $273. Do you want to resolve your case today, or do you want to come back for another court date?
I would like to resolve my case today, but would I have to do any other extension payment?
Now, I'm gonna give you a year to make the payment. I want to, for $273, I'll give you 1 year to make that payment. But other than that, the case will be done today.
Thank you.
All right, can you raise your right hand to be sworn in? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this matter is the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, self you got?
Yes.
All right, you put your hand down. Sir, you're here in 2021 MM 1778 AO on charges of trespass on property after warning and resisting an officer without violence. Both of those are first-degree misdemeanors. Both of those are punishable by 1 year in the county jail and a $1,000 fine each. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Did you want to enter a plea of guilty or no contest to resolve your case today?
No contest.
You tell me what you want to do.
No contest.
All right. Do you understand by entering a plea of no contest, you're going to give up certain constitutional rights? To enter a plea of no contest, you understand you're giving up certain constitutional rights?
I'm
She was talking
to you, not me. So if I were to say no contest, does
Yes,
that
sir.
mean that?
The offer's not changing. A plea of no contest or guilty, the only difference is this. Pleading guilty is saying, I agree with what happened and I'm guilty. I did what they said I did. No contest is saying, I don't necessarily agree with the facts, but I'd like to resolve my case anyways.
Yes, I agree. I agree to no contest.
All right? So, but to enter a plea of no contest, you have to give up certain constitutional rights. You understand that?
Yes.
All right, I want to go over some of those rights with you. The first one is you're going to give up the right to have a trial where the state will have to prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. Do you understand that?
Honestly, I really don't understand, to be honest with you.
About-
All I remember was the events that occurred. I don't really want
No, I need you to focus.
Just a second.
All right.
I don't want to elaborate.
Okay, he understands you.
Completely understand. I'm
All
so
right.
sorry.
Well, we understand you want to plead no contest, but do you understand you're giving up the right to have a trial where the state will have to prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt?
Yes.
You understand you're giving up the right to have an attorney appointed to represent you at that trial?
Yes, sir.
At that trial, your attorney can challenge the state's evidence. They can question the state's witnesses and call witnesses on your behalf. Do you understand that?
Yes.
If there's a witness you wanted to call and that witness did not want to appear, the court can use a subpoena power to make that witness appear. Do you understand?
I'm sorry. Could you repeat that?
If you want to call a witness to court and that witness did not want to come to court, I can make that witness come to court by using the power that I have called a subpoena to make that witness come. Do you understand that?
I understand.
Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or medication?
No, sir.
Have you now or in the past been diagnosed with a mental health illness?
No, sir.
Has anybody forced, threatened, or coerced you to enter this plea?
No.
You understand by entering this plea, if you're not a United States citizen, it could subject you to deportation.
Yes, sir.
All right, sir. I did review the charging affidavit in this case. I do find a factual basis for the entering of your plea. I'll accept your plea of no contest. I'll find your plea is freely and voluntarily entered. I'll withhold adjudication of guilt. I'll give you credit for the 2 days that you spent in Orange County Jail with 2 days credit time served. The court costs the cost of prosecution in this case of $273. I'll give you 1 year from today's date to make that payment directly to the clerk. You have 30 days from today's date to appeal your judgment and sentence in writing. You understand?
I understand.
All right. Have a great day, sir.
Thank you.
This doesn't look like Vanessa Rivera.
She bonded.
All right. Can you tell me your name, sir?
Michael Stravino.
Mr. Trevino, you were here in 2021, MM 1777 AO, on a charge of trespass on property after warning. I did review the charging affidavit in this case. I did find probable cause for your arrest. States an offer for Mr. Stravino to resolve his case today.
Yes, Your Honor, withhold credit time served, no return to the hotel.
Right? Sir, do you want to accept the state's offer of a withhold adjudication and guilt credit time served to resolve your case today?
Yes, sir.
You raise your right hand and be sworn in. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this matter is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
That's right.
You can put your hand down. Sir, you're here in 2021 MM 1777 AO on a charge of trespass on property after warning. That is a first-degree misdemeanor. It's punishable up to 1 year in the county jail and a $1,000 fine. Do you understand that? Do you want to enter a plea of guilty or no contest to resolve your case today?
No contest.
You understand by entering a plea of no contest to these charges, you have the right to have a trial where the state will have to prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt.
Yes, sir.
Right. You understand you give the right to have an attorney appointed to represent you at that trial.
I couldn't understand you, sorry.
You understand you give up the right to have an attorney appointed to represent you at the trial.
Sir.
Right. At the trial, you can challenge the state's evidence. You can question the state's witnesses and call witnesses on your behalf. Do you understand that?
Sir.
If there's a witness you wanted to come to court and that witness did not want to come to court, the court can use subpoena power to make that witness appear. Do you understand?
Okay. Yes, sir.
Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or medication?
Yes, sir.
Have you now or in the past been diagnosed with a mental health illness?
Yes, sir.
Has anybody forced, threatened, or coerced you to enter this plea?
No, sir.
You understand by entering this plea, if you're not a United States citizen, it could subject you to deportation.
Yes, sir.
All right. I did have an opportunity to review the charging affidavit in this case. I do find a factual basis for the entering of your plea. I'll accept your plea of no contest to these charges, find that your plea is freely and voluntarily entered. I'll withhold adjudication of guilt. I'll give you credit for the 2 days that you spent in the Orange County Jail with 2 days credit time served. The cost of prosecution in this case are $273. I'll give you 1 year from today's date to pay that money directly to the clerk in full. You have 30 days from today's date to appeal your judgment and sentence in writing. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
All right, have a great day, sir.
Thank you.
All right. Good morning, ma'am. Can you tell me your name?
Roxanne George.
Ms. George, you are here in 2019 MM 5850AO for a violation of probation. The judge signing your warrant in this case says your bond is $2,000. I'll state your bond in the amount of $2,000. Make a condition of your bond that you have 24 hours once you are released from the Orange County Jail to report to probation.
Is there any way I can ask for a pretrial release or something because I can't bond out?
Not on these charges and not without victim input. So you can appoint a public defender to represent you. You can get in front of Judge Wayne Shoemaker, who's the division judge for your case, and you can have a discussion with him about what your release conditions are for that case. All right?
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Hold on.
Oh.
You want it back?
Did you want to waive her arraignment and so we can get her for a VOP status?
Yes, Your Honor, we'll waive the arraignment.
What's her VOP status?
Division 50, VOP status, April 16th at 9 a.m. and 7 p.m.
All right.
John Doe Bundit, Your Honor.
All right. Did we get a full name for him and all his cases? His name really John Kelly Dole? It's Dole, not Doe, right?
Dole.
Okay.
D-O-L.
Yeah, I want to make sure. All right, and then Hatmaker bonded. Higdon. All right, sir, can you tell me your name?
Billy Higdon.
Mr. Higdon, you're here in 2021 MO333 AO on a charge of possession of open container of alcoholic beverage. I did review the charging affidavit. In this case, I did find probable cause for your arrest. I believe the standing offer from the city is a withhold adjudication of guilt and cost. Do you want to take that offer to resolve your case today?
Yes.
Can Can you raise your right hand and be sworn in?
Okay.
There you go. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this matter is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
All right, put your hand down. Sir, you're here in 2021 MO 333 AO on a charge of alcoholic beverage or open container. It's an open container containing an alcoholic beverage. That is a second-degree misdemeanor. It's punishable up to 60 days in the county jail and a $500 fine. Do you understand that?
I didn't hear you, Judge.
It's punishable up to, you need the hearing devices, or are you struggling hearing me?
Can't hear you.
Am I talking too fast? Which one? Can you hear me better?
Yes.
All right, sir, you're here in 2021 MO 333 AO on a charge of open container alcoholic beverage. I did find probable cause for your arrest. The city offered you a withhold of adjudication and guilt and court costs to this second-degree misdemeanor that's punishable up to 60 days in the county jail and a $500 fine. Did you want to plead guilty or no contest to those charges?
No contest.
You understand by pleading no contest, you give up certain constitutional rights.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? You have the right to have a trial where the city had to prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. Yes? No?
Yes.
Okay. You know what I'm saying? You get the right to have an attorney appointed to represent you in this case.
I'll deal with it today.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Giving up the right to have an attorney appointed to represent you.
Yes.
Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or medication?
I didn't hear you.
Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or medication?
No.
Have you now or in the past been diagnosed with a mental health illness?
No.
Has anybody forced, threatened, or coerced you to enter this plea?
No.
You understand by entering this plea, if you're not a United States citizen, it could subject you to deportation.
Yes.
I reviewed the charging affidavit. I did find a factual basis for the entering of your plea. I'll accept your plea of no contest, find your plea is freely and voluntarily entered. I'll withhold adjudication of guilt. I'll give you credit for the 2 days that you spent in the Orange County Jail with 2 days credit time served. The court costs in this case are $273. I reduce those costs of judgment. You have 30 days from today's date to appeal your judgment and sentence in writing. Have a great day, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Can you tell me your name, sir?
James Cabber.
Mr. Capper, you're here in 2020 CF 10717 AO for a violation of pretrial release. The judge signed your warrant, set your bond in the amount of $2,500 in count one and $1,000 as to count two. And your bonds to stay is set. You can let your attorney know that you're here if you can't bond out. All right, have a great day. All right. Tell me your name, sir.
Leonardo Delgado.
Mr. Delgado, you're here in 2021 CF 3008 AO on a charge of possession of MDMA or ecstasy. I did review the charge affidavit in that case and found probable cause for your arrest. I'm going to stay your bond in this case amount of $1,500. Conditioning your bond that you did not possess any drugs, alcohol without valid prescription. You'll be subject to random drug and alcohol testing at your expense. I'll give you 30 days for the beginning of any narcotics testing. And I'm not going to take any action on your 2021 MM1230 AO case. All right, have a great day, sir. I'm for the public defender represents you in all your cases. Have a great day.
Your Honor, if it's possible, the state was gonna give an offer for the trespass so we can resolve that today, if you are willing to do that. It was gonna be an adjudication of guilt, credit time served, and no return, right?
Yes.
All right, sir, that's 2021 MM1230AO. All right, sir, raise your hand and be sworn in. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this matter is the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
And put your hand down. Sir, you're here in 2021 MM1230AO on a charge of trespass on property after warning. That's a first-degree misdemeanor. It's punishable up to 1 year in the county jail and a $1,000 fine. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
You want to?
Your
I'm
Honor,
disappointed. Was the public defender already on this case, or
I don't believe it's been filed on.
it hasn't been filed on?
No, Your
Okay.
Honor.
All right. So I didn't check in on that case before I left. That was one I forgot about. All right, so I can't resolve your case today because I haven't filed the information, but you need to make sure you make your future court date so don't answer that case.
You do.
See?
The bond amount, I'm sorry, for.
As to,
Possession.
I think it's 1,500.
Thank you, Your
I didn't notice till just now.
Can you tell me your name, sir?
Marco Ricardo Diaz.
Mr. Diaz, you're here in 2021 CF 3014AO on charges of possession of ammunition by a convicted felon, possession of a weapon by a convicted felon, and resisting an officer without violence. The court did review the charging affidavit. In this case, I did find probable cause for your arrest. I'm going to stay your bonds in this case in the amount of $4,000, $150, and $100. Condition of your bonds do not possess any weapons or firearms. Must turn over any weapons or firearms within 24 hours if you're released from custody. You're on probation in 2018 CF 2314AO. In that case, the court's going to find an on-view violation of your probation based on the probable cause determination I made in 2021 CF 3041AO. Cover your face. There
On
you go.
probation? I'm not on probation, Your Honor.
He's not on probation, that was.
I'm a free man. I've been free since 2017.
That's the wrong
I've never
face
been on
sheet then?
probation.
Oh, it's the right face sheet, they just put the wrong information.
Okay. All right. All right, then, so you find about, you should be good to go?
Sir, Your Honor, am I
Yes, sir.
allowed to bond out? Because
Yes, sir, you're allowed to bond out. I guess I got incorrect information. It
I
told
just
me
want
you're
to
on
make sure
probation.
because I have my own property, my own house. I have my own business that I run. I have my pit bulls at my house.
That's fine, you can go home.
And
Just
I need to make a
don't
home.
possess, don't have any more guns, or don't possess any more
Yes,
weapons.
sir.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
Travis Dixon bonded.
All right. All right, sir, can you tell me your name?
Jerry Delaire, sir.
Mr. Delaire, you're here in two matters. The first one is 2019 CF 12488AO for a failure to appear warrant. The judge signing that warrant set your bond at $0. Your bond remained at $0. You're also here in 2021 CF 28357AO on a charge of burglary of a dwelling, criminal mischief, and petty theft. The judge signing your warrant in that case already found probable cause for your arrest and set your bonds as follows: an amount of $10,000 as account 1, $1,000 as account 2, and $100 as account 3. Condition of your bond not return to the scene of the location. You have no contact with any victims in this case or any witnesses.
Sir, can
I want to appoint a public defender to represent you.
I don't know where is this place, the scene. I don't know what is.
All right, let's see. Let's see. I don't see I have the affidavit. Hold on. I think I just had the warrant. Hey, do you have the affidavit up?
I never had an.
Hold on, wait. We trying to?
Yes, sir.
The more you talk to me, the less is good for you.
Yes, sir.
So just let me get the state to answer my question, and then we'll hopefully answer your question at that point.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Your Honor, I'm trying to find the exact address. 6606 Marywood Drive, Orlando.
So 666 Marywood Drive, Orlando. Can't go back there.
6606.
That's where I live.
6606. That's on the warrant affidavit?
Yes, it looks, made contact with the complainant, Benson Hill.
Sir.
Benson Hill left the house and said it was secured and nothing was missing. She arrived back and noticed that the home was burglarized. Sliding door at the back of the residence was removed off its track. a Dell laptop, a baseball hat, a jar containing coins, and damage to the sliding door was all found.
So, but don't tell me, I'm trying to get to the address. The address of the burglary was 6606 Marigold,
Marywood Drive.
Marywood Drive.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so you can't go back there. All right?
Where the address?
Yeah, that address, that's what part of the warrant. No return to the scene.
On that street.
Well, you can't go back to that address.
Oh, I was.
I don't know if you're guilty or not of the situation. I'm appointed public defender to represent you.
No, I'm just happy that that's.
You cover your nose. Cover your nose for me.
Sir?
Cover your nose for me.
Yes, sir.
I'm appointed public defender to represent you to get you on to your court dates, all right? Have a great day, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right, Fuentes bonded.
David, yeah, Fuentes.
Garcia. All right, tell me your name, sir.
Garcia Francisco, sir.
All right, sir, you're here in 2021 CF 3006 AO on a charge of possession of cannabis with intent to sell or delivery with a weapon, carrying a concealed firearm, and possession of drug paraphernalia. I did review the charging affidavit in this case, and I did find probable cause for your arrest. I want to release you on pretrial release in this case. Conditioning your pretrial release that you not possess any weapons or firearms. Any weapons or firearms you have need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. You may not possess any drugs or alcohol without a valid prescription. You'll be subject to random drug and alcohol testing at your expense. I'll give you 30 days for any narcotics testing before that begins. All right?
I'm sorry, may you please repeat that for me one last time? I had
Which part?
Just a rerun of what you just said. I couldn't hear you very well. I'm sorry.
All right? I'm releasing you on pretrial release. You may not possess any weapons or firearms. Any weapons or firearms you have need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release.
Yes, ma'am.
You may not possess any drugs or alcohol without a valid prescription. You'll be subject to random drug and alcohol testing at your expense. Now, I'll give you 30 days as a grace period before the narcotics testing begins. You understand?
Yes, sir.
All right. I'm appointed public defender to represent you. Have a great day.
Sorry.
Know your name?
Janae Aiko.
Hear you.
Speak up.
Good morning.
Can you tell me your name?
My name is Cameron Jackson.
All right, Mr. Jackson, you're here in 2021 CF 3011 AO on a charge of possession of synthetic cannabis. The court did review the charging affidavit. In this case, I did find probable cause for your arrest. PTR, I was trying to
You're enlightening.
piece together. Is it the lack of address that doesn't qualify?
Most likely, but he could qualify, Your Honor.
All right. So I'm going to release you on pretrial release in this case. You may not possess any drugs or alcohol without a valid prescription. Condition you not return to the location where this incident happened. All right. I'm going to appoint a public defender to represent you. You got to stay out of trouble, man. All right, because I'm trusting you to stay out of trouble. You all right, Mr. Jackson?
Yes, sir.
Have a good day.
Jimmy, LeGreek, Mental Health.
All right, this is, I'm of course going to appoint a public defender to represent Mr. Legit in 2021 CF 3023 AO.
We'll waive, Your Honor.
All right, the court did find probable cause for his arrest as for the charge of burglary of an occupied structure. I want to state his bond as set at the amount of $5,000. He's out on release, on either conditional release and or in some form of release in 2020 MM 444AA and 2021 CF 1569 AO and 2020 MM 5358 AA. The last time I saw that he was evaluated was sometime in 2019.
No,
Since then,
Your Honor, I believe he was just recently evaluated. They determined on 3/11 20.
Yeah, he wasn't evaluated then. Judge Johnson signed an order dismissing his case based on reports from 2019. I read the complete case file.
Oh,
And then all the doctor's recommendation for him was that he would be restored to competency if he were to be submitted to outpatient treatment at Aspire within 3 months. But since that time, in 2019, he's continually picked up several new charges of the same type, which leads the court to believe that outpatient restoration may not be possible for Mr. LeGarrette. So the court's going to revoke his bonds, his conditional releases as to those cases. He can get in front of, I think, Judge Calderon has an open case, and I think Judge Strobridge has an open case. And they can probably figure out a new way to have him delivered, get him restored to competency. All right, tell me your name, sir.
Your Honor, were there any conditions other than?
No return to the scene. I'm sorry, no burglary of occupied. No return to the scene. Sorry. Tell me your name.
Logan Steve.
All right, I can't hear you.
Steve Logan.
All right, Mr. LeGarrette? LeGarrette?
Steve.
Yeah, your first name is Steve, but what's your last name?
LeGarrette.
LeGarrette? All right, so Garrett, you're here in 2021 CF 3024AO on charges of armed burglary and possession of a controlled substance. The court did review the charging affidavit in this case. It did find probable cause for your arrest. State was you armed burglary of a dwelling. It's a first degree felony, but
It's a PPL, Your Honor.
I think it is a PPL.
It is.
All right, what do you say as to count one of the information?
State would ask that you hold him no bond pending an R3 hearing.
All right, and at one point, the public defender represents you, Mr. LeGarrette. What do you say,
no argument.
Ms. George?
We reserve the right to have an argument in the trial division.
All right, sir, as to count one, the court's going to hold you at no bond as to that count. Count two, I'm going to stay your bond in the amount of $2,500. Condition your bond not return to the scene of the location, may not possess any drugs or alcohol without a valid prescription. You're also out on bond in 2021 MM61AA. In that case, the court's going to revoke that release in that case and set a new bond at $0. I want to appoint the public defender to represent you in that case as well. All right, have a great day, sir. All right, tell me your name, sir.
The call is Matlock.
Mr. Matlock, you're here in 2021 CF 3012AO on a charges of possession of a firearm by a convicted delinquent, possession of a firearm by a convicted delinquent, and another count, grand theft of a firearm and grand theft of a firearm. I did review the charging affidavit. In this case, I did find probable cause for your arrest as to those 4 charges. All right, Mr. Matlock, I'm going to release you on pretrial release in this case. Condition your pretrial release that you, make sure, all right, on all counts, yep. Did you not return to the scene? You have no contact with any victims or witnesses in this case, including your passengers in this vehicle.
Yes, sir.
That you possess no weapons or firearms, and weapons or firearms you have need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. Mr. Matlock, this is not juvenile court.
Yes, Your Honor.
They send people to big boy prison around here. All right, so you're going to have to get it together, all right?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you. Have a great day.
Hiram Mendez bonded.
All right. Mendez bonded. Yep. Can you tell me your name, sir?
Michael Nails.
Mr. Nails, you're here in 2021 CF 3007AO on charges of driving license suspended, grand theft motor vehicle, and possession of methamphetamine. The court did review the charging affidavit. In this case, I did find probable cause for your arrest.
I don't know what.
1 second here.
I can't. It's so juvenile.
All right, sir, I want to stay your bond in this case in the amount of $2,500, $150 and $150. issuing a bond that you not have any contact with any victims or witnesses, not possessing any drugs or alcohol without a valid prescription. You will not operate a motor vehicle without a valid driver's license. You'll be subject to random drug and alcohol testing at your expense. I'll give you 30-day grace period for any narcotics that are in your system. Appoint a public defender to represent you. Have a great day, sir. All right. Tell me your name, sir.
Douglas Saunders.
All right, Mr. Saunders, you're here in 2019 CF 14135AO or a failure to appear warrant. The judge in that warrant set your bond amount of $1,000. I'll make a condition of that bond. Once you have 48 hours, once you're released from the Orange County Jail, to report to the Orange County Sheriff's Office as a violent sexual predator or a sex offender. Have a great day, sir.
I'm sorry, sir. I can't hear. I heard you say something, but I
All right, let's
had
we can
48
get
hours.
the
I couldn't understand.
hearing. Well, we'll get some hearing devices for you.
Right.
48 hours.
The mask.
Yep.
Okay.
All right, can you hear me now? Can you hear me
I
now?
can hear it's just the mask. I can't hear through the.
Can you hear me now?
Okay. Now I just heard.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes, sir.
All right. Sir, you're here in 2019 CF 14135AO for a failure to appear warrant. The judge signing your warrant set your bond amount of $1,000. I'm going to make a condition of that bond that you have 48 hours once you're released from the Orange County Jail to get over to the sheriff's office to report as a violent sexual predator or a sexual offender. You understand?
Yes, sir.
All right. Have a great day, sir.
How you doing, sir?
All right. Can you tell me your name?
Demetra Spire, sir.
Mrs. Spires, you're here in a few matters. The first one is 2020 CF 6083AO, and the next one is 2020 CF 708AO. Both of those are for failure to appear warrants. The judge signing your warrant set your bond at $0. I want to appoint a public defender to represent you. They're not already appointed to represent you. And we get you on to that judge so you can have appropriate bond here and to see the release conditions that allow you to be out. All right?
I didn't understand, sir.
Your bond is $0 on your two cases. I'm appointing a public defender to represent you. They have not already on your case. So then get you in front of that judge if you want to stay here at the Orange County Jail. You need to go talk to that judge about your release conditions.
I'm not leaving today.
No, sir. All right. So Vestre, bonded. Tell me your name, sir.
Anthony Thomas.
Mr. Thomas, you're here in two matters. The first one is 2020 CF 9075AO for a failure to appear warrant. The judge signed that warrant set your bond amount of $500. You're also here in 2021 MM 1795AO on charge of resisting officer without violence. Say you have an offer as Mr. Thompson for the resisting case.
Yes, Your Honor, it's adjudication, credit time served.
All right. Mr. Thomas, you want to accept the state's offer of adjudication of guilt, credit time served as your resisting case? All right, can you raise your right hand and be sworn in? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this matter is the truth, the whole truth, none but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Sir, you're here in 2021 MM 1795AO on charge of resisting officer without violence. That is a first-degree misdemeanor. It's punishable up to 1 year in the county jail and a $1,000 fine. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Do you want to enter a plea of guilty or no contest to resolve your case today?
No contest.
You understand by entering a plea of no contest, you give up certain rights. The first one is you give up the right to have a trial where the state had to prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt.
Yes, sir.
You understand you give up the right to have an attorney appointed to represent you at that trial.
I don't want an attorney.
You understand you give up the right to have an attorney appointed to represent you at the trial.
Yes, sir.
Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or medication?
No, sir.
Have you now or in the past been diagnosed with a mental health illness?
Yes, sir.
What was that mental health illness?
Autism, schizophrenia, bipolar, schizoaffective, severe PTSD, depression. There's a couple more.
All right. Are you taking any medications for those mental health illnesses?
Yes, sir. But I didn't take any medication today, so I'm good on my answer.
Okay. Are you suffering from any of the symptoms of those various mental health illnesses at this moment?
Sure.
All right. Are you, has anybody forced, threatened, or coerced you to enter this plea?
No, sir.
You understand about entering this plea if you're not a United States citizen, it could subject you to deportation.
Okay.
I did have an opportunity to review the charging affidavit in this case. I did find a factual basis for the entering of your plea. I'll accept your plea of no contest as to these charges. I will adjudicate you, I'll adjudicate you guilty, give you credit for the 2 days that you spent in the Orange County Jail with 2 days credit time served. The court costs and costs of prosecution in this case are $273. I'll give you 1 year from today's date to pay that money directly to the clerk in full. You have 30 days from today's date to appeal your judgment and sentence in writing. Have a great day, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, bye.
Ballerini rule, he refused court.
One second. All right, going to appoint the public defender to represent Mr. Rule Vallerine.
Will waive, Your Honor.
All right, this is 2021 CF 3015AO. He's here on charges of possession of fentanyl and possession of drug paraphernalia. He wasn't interviewed.
It was interviewed, yeah.
He was, oh, it's already got an update. All right, here we go. Da, 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 da. Just here, literally 5 days ago. All right, I want to say his bonds as set. Condition of his bond, he may not possess any drugs or alcohol without a valid prescription. All right, sir, tell me your name. Mr. Webb, you're here in 2021 CF 2998AO on charge of aggravated stalking. After injunction, judge signing your warrant has already found probable cause for your arrest. State, you guys have an intention of filing a motion for pretrial detention as to Mr. Webb?
I have not been told we were.
Well, he has an open case in 2020 MM 8775 AO for a stalking charge as relates to the same victim.
Then yes, Your Honor.
No, I mean, you're gonna do that today? Because I'll reset Mr. Webb for tomorrow morning.
To file, yes, Your Honor.
Yes, you do intend to file a motion for pretrial detention, and you need more time?
I
Or-
need to talk to Coffee about it, Your Honor.
All right. All right. Is she downstairs now, or is she?
She is not. I would have to contact her via phone.
All right. I'll just do this. All right, sir, in 2021 CF 2898AO, I want to set your bond in that case amount of $100,000. Condition of your bond, you had to have no contact with the victim. You must abide by any injunction that's in place against you. You may not possess any weapons or firearms. Any weapons or firearms you have need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. All right, somebody get him a no contact order. Should be on the wall in there. No contact order. No contact order. You're gonna print one, or you just want to give one on the wall? She's gonna print one. All right. All right, so you're also out on bond in 2020 MM 8775 AO. And so that case, the court's gonna revoke that bond. We're gonna set a new bond, pretrial release and bond, I think. We're gonna revoke that bond or pretrial release. We're gonna set a new bond, in that case is $0. I'm gonna appoint the public defender to represent you in your new case. My no contact order extends to you being here at the jail. You are trying to find ways to contact this victim while you are in the custody of the Orange County Jail, and I catch wind of it. You'll be in isolation by yourself, 23 hours a day, all right?
I'm staying here, sir.
Say again?
I'm staying here.
Yes, sir.
Can I ask, what happened? Like, what happened, where I was? I didn't see a report or anything of what she said.
As to the warrant allegations?
No,
See-
what I'm in here for now. She said you seen me somewhere?
It said that you were following her from her place of work, it seemed that way.
Now?
That's what the allegations in the warrant say. All right, have a great day, sir. Good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Michael Anthony Connor Jr.
All right, Mr. Connor, you're here for an Osceola County warrant in 2020 CF 2999. The judge in that case set your bond amount of $2,000. Your bond remaining $2,000. I'm appointing the public defender to represent you. Have a great day, sir.
What if I can't pay it today?
You can get in front of the judge down in Osceola County. We'll get you down to Osceola pretty quickly. Have a great day. All right. Can you tell me your name, sir?
Isaac Garcia Velez, Your Honor.
Mr. Garcia Velez, you're here for an out-of-county warrant from Polk County for a violation of probation. The judge signed your violation of probation warrant, set your bond at $0. Your bond remains at $0 at this time. I want to appoint the public defender to represent you while you're in our custody. Hopefully we get you on Polk County as soon as we can.
Can I ask a question, Your Honor?
Again?
How long does that usually take? What are the?
I'm not sure. I will probably talk to Judge Jacobson probably tomorrow or the day after and see if there's something we can do about your warrant. But right now, you're going to stay with us, all right?
Oh, I see a judge again, here?
Yeah, you're going to stay here with us until we get you, unless they come pick you up for Polk County.
What,
I can't give you a time frame. I can't give you a time frame. It's COVID. I have no idea. So you got to be a little patient, all right?
Question, Your Honor, a question, if it's okay for me to ask a question, is it okay?
I'm not sure about how many questions you want to ask me because everything you ask me is on the record.
How do I go about finding out? Because there's got to be a guideline, time limit for them to come get.
There's no time limit.
They can have me here for 6 months?
They can have you here indefinitely as long as it takes you to get over to Polk County to resolve your case. Now we're going to try to avoid that happening.
For misdemeanor, it's not gonna, indefinitely is a very long time.
We're going to try to avoid that happening.
John Swart, he's in the hospital.
All right, I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent Mr. Sward.
We'll waive, Your Honor.
Mr. Sward is here from a Volusia County warrant. Actually, let's just reset him. He's in the hospital, you said?
Yes.
I'll reset him in 24 hours once he's released from the hospital. Does anybody have anything else for the better of the order?
No, Your Honor.
No, Your Honor.